Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday. Well, it's Monday at the time of recording this, so you know what that means. It's time for another weekly pickups video where I go through everything that I've had picked up and delivered over the past couple of weeks. And overall, there's quite a decent haul to show you. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yes, over the past couple of weeks there's been plenty of different sales going on, from HMV to Amazon to Indicator. There's so much going on that it's actually quite hard to keep an eye on what is actually on sale. I've partaken in a couple of sales, but I haven't gone over the top. I haven't actually ordered anything from Indicator, and I've also picked up a few games. So enough waffling, let's dive right into things. And first up, it's the games. And this is the biggest release of March, and probably is for a little while, and it's a fantastic game, and I did review it for the channel, so it is Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I picked it up from Argos because you get this really nice lenticular sleeve here. If you can make that out, I think it looks fantastic. I did get Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, with a slipcover, so I thought it was a nice partner up. So yeah. That is the game there, and there's the back. Resident Evil 4 is a classic, and this one is just as good, if not a little bit better. It brings it up to modern standards, changes a few things around, and it is just an exhilarating time. Highly recommended. It's currently been about 50 to 55 quid, and I thought it was a little bit too much. Then the other week it went down to £30 on Amazon, and I thought I better pick it up. And that's Like a Dragon Ishin. It's essentially the Yakuza franchise. I have played all of the previous games, and this is the newest one. This one's set in like feudal Japan, so it's a lot of samurai. I'm looking forward to checking it out. It originally came out on the PS3, so it's quite an old game, but it's been remastered up for the PS5. It did actually drop down to 25 quid during the Amazon sale, so Amazon actually gave me a £5 back on a gift card, which was really nice. So essentially it only cost me 25 quid. Looking forward to diving into it. These games are pretty lengthy, but they have fantastic storylines, some fun mini games, and exhilarating combat. So that's Like a Dragon Ishin. The game I picked up is a game that I've been looking at for a little while now. It came out in October last year, but it was quite an average game, so I didn't really bother picking it up. And then it went down on offer at the weekend in Currys for a tenner. So I picked it up, and that's Gotham Notes. Yeah, it's like a Batman Arkham spin-off. Batman's dead, so it's up to the Bat family to protect Gotham. Played a bit of it. It's fine. It's nothing special. It's nowhere near as good as the Batman Arkham games, but traversal's pretty fun. The open world is quite big, and the combat isn't too bad. Is it going to win any awards? No, but from what I'm playing of it so far, it's a solid 6 out of 10 sort of game, and for £10, you really can't say no for this, because it's about 60 quid normally. So that is Gotham Notes. So what you're all here for, the movies, and there's been quite a few picked up. I have a few 4Ks and a load of Blu-rays. Some of them martial art ones, some of them from HMV sale. So first up, shall we get onto the HMV sale? Yeah, they're doing like a 50% off clearance on some titles, and some of them are exclusive to in-store and online. So I picked up a few online. First up, I picked up Julie Walters and Michael Caine in Educating Rita. I can remember seeing this one back in the day. I think I even had the DVD, but it came with like one of the papers back in the day. But I haven't seen this film for years, but I remember Michael Caine won. I think it was the BAFTA for Best Acting in this one. Julie Walters is fantastic in this one as well. It's about Julie Walters' character like trying to change up her life. She goes to the Open University to try to improve her education and that, and you got Michael Caine's character here. He's like a washed out teacher who's hit the bottle, and his life isn't going great till they meet each other, sparks fly, and it becomes a very good entertaining film. Great character study, and I cannot wait to rewatch this film. I think it came out in the 80s, so yeah, that's the back of it. Fortunately, you don't get any special features. Oh yes, you do. You do get the original UK and USA trailers. So that's Educating Rita. And I did pick up a load of stuff from HMV online, and I got 20% off as well as 50% off. So this one cost me about £3, I think, with the voucher codes. Next up is a bit of a guilty pleasure film. Well, two of them. I've only ever seen the first one, and I do enjoy the first one. I haven't seen the second one, but you've got a good cast. So you got Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu in the Charlie Angels double pack. Yeah, this one only costs about £2.50, so it wasn't too bad. You get Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. I haven't seen Full Throttle, but I can remember enjoying the first one. I think if I remember correctly, Tim Curry was in the first one. But it's been quite a while. I know they did remake Charlie's Angels a couple of years ago, but it looked absolute awful, so I didn't even bother with it. Fortunately, when this came from HMV, the seal, it wasn't even sealed, but thankfully the discs were in good condition and it is brand new. But it's just very odd. I've noticed that with HMV online a few times. Sometimes you can order stuff and it'll come perfect, and another time it'll come all unsealed. And also, this came in a jiffy bag. It didn't came in like a normal cardboard envelope, so that was very odd. But this only cost about £2.50, so I thought that was a fairly decent price. So that's the Charlie's Angels double pack. The main reason why I ordered some stuff online, because I wanted to get this item for £4.99 and when you order something else. And I did watch this last year. It's directed by Ty West, and I thought it was a pretty good film on first watch, and then I rewatched it when I got it, and I really enjoy it a lot more now, and that's X. Pearl recently came out in cinemas, but I did get a chance to watch it late last year, and thought that was a pretty good film as well. I'm looking forward to when that one eventually comes out on Blu-ray. But this one is set in the 70s, and it sees these groups of people trying to make an adult movie on a farm. Yeah. These old people aren't what they seem, but it's a really enjoyable, dark, gritty sort of slasher film. You can definitely see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes in the film. It's just so good. There's this sort of grittiness vibe to the picture quality. I definitely noticed more so when watching it on Blu-ray, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And a great cast here with Mia Goth and Jenna Ortega in it. So this was $4.99 when you buy anything else, but with my 20% voucher code I only got it for $2.99, so you can't say no to that. You do get artwork on the disc. You do get a few special features, but I haven't checked them out yet, but I probably will do. So for $2.99, that was X. It was originally $9.99 and it was $4.99, and I thought it was a pretty good price. Starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, it's Sleepless in Seattle, and it must be a pretty recent release because there's the new BBFC logo, and I'm pretty certain I may have seen this one many years ago. It might have been this one, or it's the other one, You've Got Mal. But this one sees Tom Hanks' character. I think he's a bereaved husband. His wife passed away, and he ends up being like a radio talk show host. And he wins a lot of female viewers over, and Meg Ryan really wants to get in touch with him, and she falls for him, if I'm not mistaken. It's been quite a while since I've seen it, but I'm pretty certain I remember Rob Reiner's in it as well. Again, been quite a while since I've seen it, but nice to see an early Tom Hanks film where he does a little bit of comedy, because unfortunately he doesn't seem to do that much these days. But for $4.99 I picked up Sleepless in Seattle, and you also do get some special features with it, so not bad. It's Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. It's written and directed by Sofia Coppola, who you'll also see in another film that I picked up recently. It's supposed to be a great film from the early 2000s. Haven't seen it, unfortunately, and that's Lost in Translation. I have heard so many positive things about this one, so I've been really eager to check this out. I was going to order it from the website, but unfortunately it sold out pretty much straight away when it went on offer. Don't know too much about it, but I think it's about Bill Murray is like a struggling actor, and I think Scarlett Johansson isn't really happy in her relationship, and they slowly build like a relationship, like a friendly relationship. I'm not entirely certain, but I do know that the backdrop is in Japan, so it's a beautiful country, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out because I'm a big fan of Japanese culture. Don't think you get no special features on this one, but I'm definitely eager to check this one out very soon. So that's Lost in Translation for the bargain price of $3.99. Is a title that was $6.99 when you buy anything from HMV. And with the new film coming out in cinemas, I thought it'd be nice to go down the trip down memory lane to watch this pretty much disaster again, to see if I like it a little bit better. And that is the Super Mario Brothers movie, the original motion picture. Yeah, I watched this one a couple of years ago, and despite being a Mario fan and knowing that it's a pretty dreadful film, yeah, I wasn't too keen on it, but I have wanted to go back to it for quite a while now. It's got Bob Hoskins in it. He's a fantastic actor, and I do like watching films with him in. And you've also got Dennis Hopper as well. I've seen Steele an actor in every single role he's in, and I can remember enjoying Dennis Hopper a lot in this. Nothing to do with the games whatsoever, just the namesake, the villains, the creatures from the Mario Kingdom. The Mario universe look nothing like they do in the game here, but the film is just very odd. It's set in, like, is it Brooklyn, and then they get transported underground to like the Mushroom Kingdom, which doesn't even look like the Mushroom Kingdom. It looks like the set of Blade Runner. It's a very odd film, and again, I've heard it was a troubled development with the directors not really knowing what they were doing. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo apparently both were drunk as skunks when filming this one, and to be honest, you can't really blame them. I think Bob Hoskins' career unfortunately took a nosedive after this film, which is a shame because he was and still is a brilliant actor. It's nice to see Second Sight release it. It's very odd that they normally come in like black cases, but this case is like very, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's very like grey, not like black how the other ones are. But you do get a load of special features here, so I'm definitely interested in checking out the special features probably to read more about what happened to this troubled production. Hopefully the new Mario movie won't be such a disaster. I don't think it will be. I think it will be a fantastic film. But there you go, for $6.99, it's the Super Mario Brothers movie. So the next three titles are all martial arts films. Two of them are Eureka, they both come out on the same day. I'd previously picked up Yes Madame and Royal Warriors, and they were part of the In the Line of Duty collection. And a couple of weeks ago, 3 and 4 came out, so I picked up In the Line of Duty 3 and In the Line of Duty 4. So I do have the entire collection now. I probably may do a separate video just showcasing all 4 titles, giving them a quick review each and unboxing them. But I did watch In the Line of Fire 3 last week and had a brilliant time with it. It's only about 83 minutes long, but it completely flies by. Fortunately, Michelle Yeoh isn't in this. We do have a lady here called Cynthia Khan. I don't really know too much of her work, but honestly, I thought she was brilliant here. It's all about like a jewellery heist with these like 2 Japanese thieves. And it is quite brutal. I was surprised how quite bloody it is. The action scenes in it are brilliant. And the action really doesn't stop at all during the 84 minute runtime. The only real problem I have here is that there isn't really many special features here, just a commentary. But then again, the film is so much fun. I'm definitely looking forward to re-watching it. You do get reversible artwork, which I did change, and I do quite like that artwork. So that is In the Line of Duty 3, In the Line of Duty 4, the final one in the In the Line of Duty Eureka collection at the moment. I think there's actually about 6 or 7 films, probably even more. A lot of them still stars Cynthia Khan as well. This one also stars Donnie Yen in this, which is great to see. Donnie Yen currently in John Wick Chapter 4, and he's a big star over here, appearing in Rogue One and like the Ip Man franchise. So I did check this one out as well, and this again is one of his earlier roles, and I thought he'd done brilliant in this. He really does steal every scene he's in. He's a tough, hardened cop that really doesn't have much feelings, but those action scenes with him in are brilliant. Even though there's a more male-centre cast in this film, even though it is a male-centre cast here, Cynthia Khan is still front and centre here, and it's still very much her story. It is called the Girls with Guns series after all, with some incredible stunts. The one on the ambulance is brilliant. She's hanging off the side of the ambulance whilst it's in full motion. There's some really quite brutal scenes here. Some great fights. Again, this one's a little bit longer. This one's 95 minutes long, but I wasn't bored 1 minute. Good story here. good characters and some fantastic action sequences, and you do get a few more bonus features here. Unfortunately, I don't reckon much to the alternative artwork. I think it's a little bit plain compared to the other ones, but that's the only downside I do have about this edition, but that is in the line of duty for. And the final martial arts film is a Jackie Chan one. This one's a new release that came out last week, 88 films, and that is Jackie Chan in Gorgeous. Haven't seen this film before, haven't actually even heard of it before, but as I really enjoyed the previous releases by 88 films, I decided to pick this one up. This one's supposed to be more of a romantic comedy action film. I think he falls in love with this lady here, and she comes over to Hong Kong, and then there's like a bit of rivalry coming on to win her heart or something. But I've seen the trailers, it looks really good. You do get the American cut here and the Hong Kong cut, which is like two hours, whilst the American cut is just about 100 minutes. So that's pretty cool. You also do get a load of special features here as well, which is brilliant to see. And you also do get a booklet and a poster. Haven't unboxed this one yet or checked it out, but I'm going to be checking this one out very soon. Cannot wait to check it out. So that's Jackie Chan in Gorgeous. If you've got any Jackie Chan or martial art films that are on the 88 label, give me some recommendations in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate it. The next up is 4Ks, and the first one is a fairly recent release. I've been wanting to get this one ever since it was announced. I have seen this film before and thought it was really good. It's been quite a while since I've seen it mine, but I did pick up the Studio Canal release of The Virgin Suicides, starring Kathleen Turner, James Woods and Kirsten Dunst. I remember watching this one quite a few years ago and thought it was a great film. It is directed by Lost in Translation's director Sofia Coppola, and it basically follows these like group of 5 young sisters who live in like the 70s, like a rural town, and these young lads really fancy him and want to get with him, and stuff goes from bad to worse when one of these girls tries to commit suicide. So the parents kind of draw them away from like the outside world, and it all becomes rather secretive. So these lads try to plot a rescue to save them. It goes very more than that. I don't really want to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it, but it's a cracking film and I can't wait to revisit it in 4K, because I've heard this is actually based on the Criterion transfer that came out last year or the year before in the US, and that is supposed to be a wonderful transfer. This is normally 20 quid, but I did get 20% off. It only cost me 15 quid, so it wasn't too bad. You do get a load of special features here, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. And that spine looks absolutely delightful. I really do like that spine. So that is The Virgin Suicides. And the big film at the moment at the cinema is the John Wick films. I really do like the first 3, and I haven't checked out the 4th one yet. I really do want to check it out. But I decided to upgrade my Blu-ray versions to 4K. So I picked up the John Wick Chapters 1 and 2 4K box set. I do have the first one on Blu-ray, but I don't actually have the second one on Blu-ray. I only have it on DVD, so I thought, fair enough. It was £20, but I did have a voucher, so it didn't cost me anything at all. So we do have John Wick here on 4K, and you do get a coloured disc, and you do get the Blu-ray. Watched this one last night, had an absolute blast with it. I still think this is probably the best in the franchise so far. Again, I haven't seen 4, so I can't say, but I just like how down to earth this one is. Whilst it does have some really great action sequences in it, I do find that it's more down to earth, shall I say, than the other ones. But it's just a simple revenge tale. Him coming out of retirement to get these assholes who done this to him. You got a great cast here with William Dafoe, John Leguizamo. You got Ian McShane, and obviously the late great Lance Reddick, who honestly didn't appear much in this film or the second one, because I did rewatch the second one last night. I was surprised how little he is in those films, but he has a huge effect on them. But love this film, still holds up, and the 4K transfer is very good. But John Wick Chapter 2 looks absolutely outstanding in 4K. This one's actually an extended edition, because on the Blu-ray it's only 15, and even my DVDs are 15, but this one's actually an 18 on 4K. So there must be some extra scenes. I think there was like one certain scene that was quite bloody that I've never seen before. But John Wick Chapter 2, again, fantastic follow-up. Thought it's just as good as the original, though I prefer the original just a little bit more. But the action scenes here are wonderfully choreographed. So that's John Wick chapters 1 and 2 on 4K in this really nice box set. And you can't have chapter 1 and 2 without chapter 3. So my local H&V had this for $9.99 when you bought anything, so I decided to pick this up as well. It does come with a very nice slipcover as well. Haven't watched this one yet, but I have seen it before and remember enjoying it a lot. Halle Berry was a huge highlight of this. I kind of wish she was in it a little bit more. Hopefully she's in 4. If she's not, hopefully she'll appear in some of the spin-offs. But I remember enjoying this one a heck of a lot. Her and the horse riding sequence where John's going through the streets with a horse while these motorbikes are going after him. I remember loving that scene. And also there's a scene at the end where they try to protect the Continental. I thought that was another outstanding action scene, so I can't wait to check this one out again. This is still sealed, but I will be watching this one very shortly, and I can imagine this one will look even more impressive on 4K considering the colour palette. So that's John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. So anyway, that's everything I picked up and had delivered over the past couple of weeks. Tell me in the comment section down below what you think of some of my pickups, what films would you recommend me watch, and what have you picked up recently? Tell me all in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you, I promise. So as it is, thanks ever so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really do appreciate it. You take care and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye!